Today we're going to be finishing up our lean-to shelter. So let's get to it. Hello, I'm Jonathan Shaber and this is Bushcraft Savage. If you want to become a better bushcrafter and learn the skills it takes to live among the wild things, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to ring the bell so you get notified of future uploads. Now let's get to work. This video is part of a series where I take a lean-to and turn it into an A-frame shelter. But today, we're going to take that lean-to frame I built and turn it into an actual lean-to. You could have just taken it and leaned it up against a tree or a rock face and then covered it with debris, but I don't do that. First, we need to attach our tarp to our lean-to frame. There's a bunch of ways to do this. The simplest way you know is probably the best. I'm going to use the trucker's hitch to pull a bunch of slack out of the tarp, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. All right, guys, I got to teach you a couple of knots so you can do this the way I did it if you want, or you can choose to do it the way you want to. So first knot we need to tie is a bowline. Lay it over. Pull it through. Take your tag end. Then go through. Pinch it. And there you have a bowline. The second knot I'm using is a trucker's hitch. Some people call it a truckie's hitch, but it's the hitch I've been using ever since I was driving a truck to tie down tarps. We start off on this end by putting a loop in it. Take that loop, go around, then take your tag end and go through and pull it tight. Then pinch it here. Then put a half hitch in it. And there you go. Now we need to cut our ridge poles and shear lash them onto the corners, or our top corners, so we can stand it up. Okay, savages. After you've measured your poles, you need to tie a shear lash. And to do that, you start off with, guess what? A temper hitch. Now we just wrap it around. Now we do our fraps. That's a bad thing about having a big roll of bank line. These lashes and tightening up. I think there we go. But rather than finishing off this time with a clove hitch, we're going to use a constrictor knot. Now I'm ready to kill some vampires. Where's them little sparkly buttholes at? Everything's wet, so it's really smoky. But hey, come here. I'll show you a trick I picked up from one of them van lifers. Take your fingers and make a little hole like that. Can you see it? Then you take your fingers and you put them in your mouth. And you can direct the air. All right, Savages, I have successfully constructed a lean-to shelter. It's leaning, and it's leaning to, I guess, something. Typically they're leaned up against rock shelters or trees. Not many people actually will build them like this unless they're planning on building on more to them. Now, a shelter like this is great for keeping you dry. It's also great for keeping you out of the sun. It's not so great in colder weather. You can build a fire right here in front of you if you want to dig your fire pit. I'm not going to be doing that because there's going to be another structure similar to this built on the other side of it. That's pretty much it. They're pretty simple shelters. There's not a whole bunch to them. Knots can be difficult to tie if you don't know how to tie them. That's one thing you do, like when you're practicing building something like this, even if you can't get outside, you can just sit around and practice the knots indoors to help learn them and memorize them so you can commit them to memory. That way when you're in the field or in an emergency, you know how to tie them. I think I'm gonna get me a little siesta here. Sleep deprivation's not fun. I will see you guys in the next video.